Hi friends, this is MD Vegan. I make a tomato salad today with corn and all the good things, and above all I have a corn dressing here. I warmed a little bit in hot water. You see now it's more runny. I took it out of the fridge, and in the fridge there's coconut milk in it together with corn and a little bit of curry powder. And you want to make that dressing, it is fantastic. And you can decide how much curry you want. Corn and coconut milk, that's just to make it thicker or thinner. That's not so important for the flavor. What you add here is a curry powder. You can see that in another video I made. That depends on the kind of curry powder you have. There's more chili in some curry powders that gets hotter, and there's less chili powder mainly. Then it's not that hot. They're medium. There is more sweet curry powders. That's all you can decide when you choose a curry powder. You can also make your own curry powder, of course. There are so many varieties. At least in the minimum is the curry powder is amazing. I love it. I have my special choices here. Maybe this would be a stuff for another video. Came to my mind recently. I could make a video about curry powders because I use it so greatly in my recipes, and it is a lot of curry powder in this small bottle of dressing, but I just heated it. That's why I'm coming to it. I heated it a little bit in the hot water because it was thick, because the coconut milk in the fridge, it thickens a little bit, and it's not so easy to spread over the dressing or over the salad. That's all. For the salad here, it's very easy. It's basically a tomato salad. And in this dressing, there is no salt. I just have coconut milk, corn, fresh corn, and curry powder. So it's not salt. And so depending on the salad I make, I could use some salt. That depends. And today I decided to do so. I have tomatoes here. They are cherry tomatoes, you see. They are, most of the time available. A little bit more expensive than regular tomatoes, but they are tasting a little bit better. So there are also a lot of different tomatoes out there. Recently I find the green tomatoes. Friends, if you find the green tomato, the small one, a little bit bigger than a cherry tomato, you have to try it. It's fantastic flavor. This here is just a handful of cherry tomatoes. I cut them into smaller pieces. That's important because of the other ingredients. I always decide how I cut my fruit and veggies depending on the other ingredients. So the small size here, small pieces that are eight puff of 5 cuts into a cherry tomato makes it 8 puff. I halve it, and then each half gets halved again, and then you have and then again. So we have 5 cuts and 8 pieces. So small pieces, and I will combine it with a small onion, also cut into small pieces. Here again we have the small pieces, fitting with the tomato. I could also make another tomato salad with slices of tomatoes. It's a different story, different tomatoes of course. And then I will also thinly slice the onions. It's a little bit different, a small thing only, but to me it makes it matters. It makes a bit different, a small difference, but to me depends on many things. For example, here I would have the onion and the tomato. That's more important, a bigger issue, a bigger point, how I combine them. And I do that because of the onions. They are very hot, and they are also a lot of water inside, but they're very hot at the basic of the onion. And combined with the tomatoes lose their water. They are a little bit salty water in the tomato, sweet salty water that mixes with the onion and takes the hot, the pungent, the biting from the onion. That's why I like to combine tomatoes and onions so much. That's one of the points, and the texture is another point. I don't go into details more, just about the water here. And together with tomato and onion is salt, a very good ingredient. It makes a big difference. And I tried the salad without salt also. You can do that. I tried it on another day. It's also nice. It's different, but I would prefer it maybe with the salt. But that depends, yeah. You can also make it without the salt. It's also good. Here I decided for a little trinity of onion, tomato and salt. And a little bit like a pico de gallo. Yeah, that's similar. Yeah. A similar ingredient. To me, here this you see it's glossy, it's brilliant. Yeah, it's the water from the tomato and mixes nicely with the onion. It makes all the difference to combine the onion with the tomato. It takes out the bite. It's very nice, and the salt makes it more hearty. Yeah? And it's very nice to combine this mixture with another 3 ingredients. And I have a corn here, an avocado. I'm at the right here, and an olive. Here I have this olive and corn. You know, black and yellow is a beautiful combination. These, you have to try these. They are raw olives. They are not pitted, so pitted inside. And they are small. I'll show you a little bit more of this delicacy. You see, this is what it looks like. A little bit, you know, don't know how to describe it now, but the regular olives, they are round and more thick, but these here are very, you know, what do I need to say? You can see it. Yeah. But you have to try them. They are really delicious. Have a really nice flavor. They are not tart really, but the flesh is a little bit firm, but pretty dry, but it's still juicy, and you can compare with a regular olive. Unless you try, you won't know. It's really amazing. They're a little bit more expensive. You don't find them in the regular shops. It is a regular produce. Oh, by the way, I forgot to show you my corn a little bit closer. See? The corn, you can cut it from the cob, or you can take it frozen. It's always my second choice. When there are no cobs, corn cobs in the health food shop, I take a frozen one. They have it all over the year available. It's less expensive and very nice. Also, I thaw it a little bit and then I can use it in the salad. So that has a very nice combination, color-wise and also from the flavor. Olives and corn, very nice together. And the third ingredient here in this second part are the avocado. I have a small avocado here, and it's nice with both corn and olives. Yeah. Color-wise, texture-wise, pretty variety, and also nice with the tomatoes, of course. So this is my second trinity, and the third trinity is the dressing. And I show you how I pour it over the salad. Then you can see the dressing again. If you haven't watched the video yet, and here it comes. This is pretty hot. My favorite curry dressing, but it depends how you like it. So I would take maybe not all of it, because that would be enough, I say, but that's up to you how much you will take. There is a lot of water in there from the tomatoes, and that blends very nicely with the dressing. So the dressing is a little bit thicker from the fridge and from the corn I blended, but it turns into something more runny together with the water from the tomatoes. And so my salad is ready. It is very easy to make. It's very rich, nutrient dense, and a lot of different flavors here. And I used 3 parts, and each of the 3 parts was a trinity and had also 3 parts. There was 9 components in that salad, so it's pretty complex already, but that's where you get very naturally when you begin with small parts, yeah, only 3 ingredients maybe, yeah, and then you can, if you explore a little bit and your awareness is ready, you can also, that's how I feel it. I don't say that you have to do that way. I just tell you what I do, and I like it a lot, because once I get awareness about these small parts, the trinities, then it expands and I understand much more about how the food works in my system, how it tastes, how the flavors combine, and how the nutrients work in my system. So that's a nice way to expand step by step, you know. Begin with a small trinity and then build each part into other trinities and so on and so on. So you can, with this method, I can do complex recipes as I like. Yeah, can be many, many ingredients, but always begin with small. And that's the way, I guess, that's also good for my health, because if I'm aware of what I eat, then it feels better. I know what I do, I feel safe, I feel better, and I cannot go wrong. Yeah, that's the flow. Yeah, we're always safe in the flow. It's also trinities. Okay, kindly enjoy. Thank you for watching. If you like commenting, you can go Facebook or also YouTube, my channel MD Vegan. Please feel free to subscribe. I would be glad to have you there. And you can get another video every single day. You can push the bell button to be notified, then you will not miss any video that comes out. And well, Pinterest and Twitter also. I'm everywhere, and I hope to see you soon.